50-50. He punishes hard. That homing missile's cheap. That forward 2 move is one of the most underrated moves in this game, and no one does it. That move is ridiculous. His back 3-4 is ridiculous. I mean, it's just silly how cheap he is, and no one really seems to get it. He's got really good zoning with his missiles and his flamethrower. His flamethrower is just like, it's just a poor man's version of Air Max Push. So it's not like you can get in on him easily if you're trying to get in. And you can't really zone him because of that instant air teleport. So what the fuck he's supposed to do?
Well, people would say that his 50-50 is only possible after that knee lift.
Okay.
It's very slow.
That's what forward 2 is for. I mean,
I don't think people understand how good that move is. I think a lot of people are probably saying, "What is forward 2?"
It's an elbow. It is super. It's got hella range. It's really fast. It recovers even faster, which is amazing. It hits mid. If it hits as a free attempt, like there's no way. You have to respect it. You have to block low.
Okay.
And once you start blocking low, then he can put his knee up, and then you're even in a worse guessing game. So, and just dashing up and doing back 3-4 is cheap as it itself. Because that move's got ridiculous range. You know, if you jump at him, you know, he's across the screen, and there's really no consequence to doing it. I think a lot of people are so used to playing online that they don't realize that you can hit confirm back 3-4 into the teleport punch. But since people play online so much, they don't realize that you can't actually hit confirm that in real life.
Yeah, that's interesting, because I think the consensus is that you can't.
Yeah, exactly. And Unconquerable Sectoral is a good example. He rarely played online at all. He pretty much just played offline, and he was easily considered the best Sector player, because, you know, he did shit like that. And it's, you know, I tell Sector players, like, you guys gotta start doing that move. Like, even if you can't hit confirm it, it's still like 12 damage or something. It's still decent.
Well, they would say that at certain ranges the second hit will whiff and you can uppercut him out of it.
There is a sweet spot, actually, to where everyone has to block both hits. So if you have good spacing, you can take care of that problem. I think it's neutral on block. It's either -1 or 0. And in that case where people are actually, you know, able to poke you after on block, you can, you know, scrub it out and cancel it into the teleport punch to make people respect it.
What do you think about Noob Saibot?
At first I thought he was going to be broken, but he's still just okay.
What do you think is his biggest problem?
He can't punish, man. He can't punish for shit. That's just terrible.
Do you think making the tackle overhead was a game changer?
It's definitely he was probably low tier at that point. I'd say now maybe he's mid tier because he gets the zone better. But the bottom line is he just doesn't punish that hard. I mean, why wouldn't Molina just throw out teleport kicks all day?
Yeah, what does he get off? Down 1 shadow knee or something?
Down 1 EX shadow knee to shoulder check, or shoulder tackle, which is, I don't know, maybe 20% at best, and he's got to have meter to do 20%?
Yeah, that's like Katana.
I don't know about that, but...
What do you mean? Katana doesn't punish that well either.
Yeah, she does.
What are you talking about?
What?
What?
The EX teleport kick, yeah, but the normal teleport kick.
Oh, she blows that. Noob can't even punish that hard.
Yeah, exactly. Like he can get the uppercut. That's about it, though.
Couldn't he do like standing 2 into something?
I don't think so.
All right. Well.
No, not if she does like the air side like super late. Like it'll just pass over. You can consistently get an uppercut.
Now, you've always maintained, up until recently, that Cabal was overrated, I mean. What do you have to say about that now?
Oh, not any now. That from the hitbox Cabal shit.
Do you think that,
Now he's essentially like Katana if we got hitbox Cabal out there. Because the whole reason Katana was stupid is because you had to walk forward and duck, walk forward and duck. And at any point you had to duck, she could substitute an air fireball with, dashing and poking with down 1 or forward 2-1, and she dictates when she wants to come in and whatnot. And with his fucking air gas blast hitting, standing people too, it's the same thing except, worse because it's a lot faster. And that dash, it's the same thing. He determines when he gets to come in and put you in a guessing game and whatnot.
well, do you really think the hitbox is what did it? I mean, a lot of people say that you look at Eric Warda and guys like Master D, and they're doing the instant air gas blast on a pad.
If they're doing the one that hits you standing, then that's fucking, that's cheap. That's good.
Okay. Do you think it should be nerfed?
If people start, I don't know how long Rio practiced that, but I mean, if it's something that's, he does he even play Cabal that hard? I mean, what if one of these Cabal players really sits down and masters that instant air gas blast even better than Rio?
I could be wrong, but I think he started playing him maybe a month after Evo. Because he had that short stint where he was Jade.
That didn't last long.
That's how bad Jade is.
Not even Rio could save her.
After Evo, Rio's like, alright, I'm going to play Jade. And he's like, oh shit, no I'm not.
She's terrible.
Yeah,
you know they're bad if Rio can't find anything with them.
Right, that's my worry about Cabal. It's not Rio, because, Rio's already moved on. He just was the first to really show how cheap that could be. Or I guess you could say Warda, or even Michelangelo was pretty good at it too, but, I played Rio at Devastation, and...
Nobody's did it like Rio, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Nobody was like, holy shit, this game's stupid, when they saw Michelangelo or Eric Warda play. They were just like, man, that's really good. But when people saw Rio play it, they're like, this game's stupid.
Right, I had played Michelangelo, and, it was definitely one of the best fireballs in the game, but it didn't feel like Rio was doing it. But now, Rio and the other guys from New York would say that they're used to it, and they know how to get around it, because they play it. They have Warda, and they had Rio doing it. They say they know how to get around it, and we did see CD Jr. beat Rio. What would you say to that?
Could be true. I would say it's easier to... The cheat thing was, if you back Cabal up, he's got to start fighting. So,
Right.
It's really just a temporary... maybe it is not that big of a deal. It's tough to say. It's too early to tell. I haven't played against it, so I don't really know.
Right,
It's not like Katana, because Katana, she backs up into the corner and she can get out really easily. But Cabal gets backed up into a corner, he's got to start fighting.
But he does have pretty good tool. He can use, if he gets the overhead, he switches positions, he can go for an EX dash. He doesn't have as good as options as their ass, but he does have a way out. And what do you say about...
You gotta take a risk, though. That's the thing.
Right. And what about the characters that can't really contain him? Sure, Jax can beat him, Raiden could beat him. I look at some characters and it seems like it'd be really, really shitty.
Like who?
What the fuck is Noob Saibot gonna do? What's Baraka gonna do? Get a knockdown with Blade Charge, I guess? Wow, big fucking deal.
Just walk forward and duck. Back him up into the corner.
It takes forever and he's building meter the whole time.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, I
just gotta show patience. If he's building meter, it's just... there's nothing you can really do about it. You still got to fight the match. You can't. That's exactly my point. Is you get impatient because you start thinking about that stupid shit. Don't worry about it and just fight. It's still okay. Yeah, he'll get a combo breaker, but just keep fighting. You'll